VOR's mission is to revolutionize the bacteria, virus, and molecule tests to be fast and easy. Minute-to-result detection paired with powerful smartphone-based platform will shift safety from reaction to prevention. Please welcome our next team, VOR.
It tastes good. Good afternoon, everyone. Let me ask you a question first. Have you ever been sick because of the food? Please raise your hand. Cool. You guys are not shy. So I'm sorry about that, but you guys are lucky because about 48 million people are sick, just like you guys, because of the food. And do you know that the food poisoning costs 3,000 deaths every year just in the United States? And our company is VOR, and we make the rapid and effective test to determine the bacteria in food in liquid. And as you may know, VOR is a Norse god with the ability to see everything. And our technology gives you a way to see bad things and be aware of them. This is the food safety testing today. The test is performed in the lab with expensive machine and intensive labors. And most importantly, the fastest test takes at least 18 hours. Time matters, why? The long testing time will prevent the food companies from having the immediate response right at their production line. So if the food company has the bacteria in their food, their sales will go way down and the reputation will be ruined. Last year, Chipotle, because of the E. coli outbreaks in their food, they lost $53 million in their sales just within 3 months. This is our solution. Our solution is very, very simple. First of all, you collect the sample using our sampler, and then drop it on the patented chip. It's a test chip, and then stick in the device, and then the test will begin. The whole process takes only 10 minutes. Can you imagine what if Chipotle could have identified the problem in that 10 minutes? And let me share with you our secret sauce. Have you ever sat a glass of wine at night and enjoy watching the stars? As you may know, the reason why you can see the star is the light from the sun. And now I'm going to share with you a new word, which is agglutinations. It also means coagulations. Our technology uses the same concept. We project the light through the chip, and as a result, we can see the bacteria of interest, they aggregate, and which means bad. And what's the unique of our technology? Have you ever seen this type of the handheld device? This is the white blood cells intracellular structures. Have you ever seen this type of device can resolve the intracellular structure by using this type of easy device? Food safety testing market is enormous, and our initial market is the liquid food, which is about $1 billion market size, and it grows very, very fast. Every year, there are about 60 million tests being performed, especially for the liquid samples. And in 2012, United States President Obama, he actually helped us. Why? Because he requests every food companies to do the microbial, the bacterial test. And also, international speaking, starting from this year, this July, the government, the town government also requests every food vendors, every food processing companies to do the test. As you may know, we have a list of competitors. And speed is a very important differentiator. And we are very, very fast. And our device is only $50 instead of thousands of dollars from the other competitors. But most importantly, our device is portable. Why it is important? Can you imagine how much money can a food company save if they can identify the problem right at the production line? They can cut that production line particularly instead of recall the whole product produced within a certain time frame. This is our projections. We will start slow, but we will go very, very rapidly because of the third-party accreditation. There's a group called AOAC, which certified the methods. And as a result of having these accreditations, it enabled us to grow very fast starting from 2018. Our business models follow the razor and razor blades, which means that we sell this device for one-time purchase, and this is the consumable test, the consumable device. Every test has been used one test chip, and our business model is B2B models, and water tasting programs, food companies, and tasting labs are our initial targets. But we will start approaching the tasting, water tasting particularly. We will start from the direct sales and sales outsourcing at the beginning. And once we have rebuilt our reputations and also received the AOAC accreditations, we will start approaching distributors to sell those stuff. And most likely, our exit strategy is acquisition, and these are for logical companies. Most likely they will acquire us. Why? Intertech, they acquire a company called Scampi, and also another company called Lynx at 40 to $60 million. And Eurofin, they require a company called Finalists and also biodiagnostics at 20 to $40 million. And we position ourselves as a platform technology companies, but we will start from small. Water tasting, food safety tasting is our initial market, but we have many applications in different fields. And I would like to share with you something that I found very interesting. The wine, beer, and quality tasting. When you brew the wine, you actually have to keep monitoring the bacteria, particular bacteria in the wine. Why? Because some of the bacteria actually makes the wine get spoiled. But some bacteria, they can produce a very particularly flavor. And there's a company called, in partnership with a very famous winery family, which is called Jackson Family Winery. They developed this particular test to determine the particular bacteria that which generate the special flavor that they want in their wine, because they have to make sure that the whole batch of the wine has the same flavors. And so today, the test takes 1 to 3 days. And tomorrow, it will be only 10 minutes by using our technology. And we save you and everyone time. And they save money and lives. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now it's time for the judges. Jerry?
I've been waiting for the F word throughout the entire presentation. How about FDA? Do you need FDA approval?
Do you know why we pick up the food safety testing market? Because of the regulations. FDA doesn't require the device to be approved so that they can sell it on the market. Also TFDA, the same thing. However, I mentioned earlier, there's something called third-party accreditations. All the products on the market have that third-party accreditations. So we have to receive that. But in turn, compared to the clinical trial, it's a much lower level regulations. And that's the reason why we picked this market particularly.
So you're pretty sure you won't be the next Elizabeth Holmes, right?
Sorry?
Do you know Theranos?
We will not be that type of the companies because we're not claiming that we can detect everything. No one is God. I'm not God as well.
Peter, please.
Yeah, so I have looked at 3 companies in almost the same field, all using different technology. One is using near field, near IR, NIR. The other is using Raman spectroscopy. And another one is using some type of resonant frequency to detect DNA. Most of them fall into, one is be able to detect the fundamental material of whatever you're measuring and be able to detect the variation. So the second type is be able to detect exactly the signature of the food poisoning that one is looking at. But all of them will also end up having some kind of big data play. Could you tell a little bit what your technology is and where is your big data play here? Thank you.
One of the reasons why we pick up the smartphone as a starting point is because of the data management. It's because of the data management. Every food company have their in-house QA/QC program, which is called HACCP. And so our technology, we will have a software, an app that people, when they read the data, they can automatically send it to the cloud and make a nice report, historically reports. And that's type of the data that we will do as a data management particularly.
Sorry, I'm not very sure I understand. You're leveraging the food company's data or you're asking the consumer to produce the data for you?
Every time when a food company performs the test, it will receive a result.
Okay, got it. So, and what about the first set of questions related to technology?
Technology-wise, those 3 types of the technology, as far as I know, you have to build up a database first. For IR, is give you something like a peak pattern, then you can have to mesh that into your database particularly. If you don't have that type of pattern, you're not able to do that detections. But the points here, the market needs here, is the time. According to an interview report from with over hundreds of the QA/QC managers in food companies, 90% of the managers, they all request a faster test. Why? When I finish the product, I send out the test sample, and then we receive a result after a day. What should I do? I have to store those inventories. What should I do? I have to pay the electricity and all others. So the capital for the inventory storage is very, very high. As well as if there's something wrong, you have to recall all the product instead of that particular production line.
Ms. Ma?
Oh yeah, I had a question. You gave some comps earlier about competitors that had gotten acquired. And if I heard correctly, there were somewhere like less than $40 million.
Yes,
Okay.
about $20 to $60 million.
Sure,
range.
sure. So could you? Those seem like pretty small exits. Do you have any more? Do you have any idea why they're not getting to the revenue projections that you had projected for yourself?
You have 15 seconds to answer this question.
This is a very tough question. I really, I think for some type of technology, it only can be applied to particular food metrics. But our technology is different. We focus on liquid. Every liquid can be used to determine where there's a bacteria in there. And I'm not really sure about why. Maybe they get acquired at the very early stage. That's one of the reasons, maybe. But we position ourselves as a platform technology companies. And food safety is just our first target.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. Time is up. Thank you, VOR.